thousands upon thousands of dollars for if you can't even tell me what your nationality is?
Bring it out! Bring it out!
See, y'all you're not looking for education. You're looking for success. And your measure of success is based upon what your enemies have showed you. You want to be like that so-called white man. You want to be like these other nations. That's the problem. This is supposed to be a so-called black thing. And we're looking at what we will call a Black History Month, the month of February. Who do they give you for Black History Month? They give you Frederick Douglass. They give you Martin Luther King. But guess what? I'll tell you who they don't give you. Ain't nobody putting Jesus Christ in the mix, are they? Ain't nobody putting the prophets of the Bible in the mix, are they? You ought to be outraged about that. How in the world would you allow yourself to go and be educated by people who have been your sworn enemy since you landed here?
Bring it out, huh? Right.
Since you came over here in slave ships. And y'all walk around with your heads up. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Right.
Talking about you're educated. How educated can you be when you allow your enemies to continue to teach you and poison your mind? Not educate you, but miseducate you. And make you go into debt paying for the miseducation. I'm telling you, it's like our people have been bewitched. You've been put under a magical spell. Because you're sitting up here thinking that you're about to go to the promised land. Thinking that you're about to get the very thing that's your ticket. You need to come over here and get the real ticket. You need to come over here and get some real knowledge. The real education. And let's get 1 Corinthians chapter 1. 1 Corinthians chapter 1. I'm gonna sit on this side of you. And let's start at verse 25. Read on.
1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 25. Because of the foolishness of God, because the foolishness of God is wiser than men.
Bible says that the foolishness of God is wiser than men. These people that you put on a pedestal in these colleges, these institutions that have done nothing for your people at all. Nothing. If you're going to college, make sure that you have a clear career path that requires for you to go to college, and you use it for that and that only. But us getting into debt, becoming debt slaves because you tell your children that they need to go to college, that ain't right. That's not intelligent. That's not the smart thing to do when the vast majority of those that are million and billionaires haven't gone to college at all.
That's right.
If that's what you're trying to achieve, it would seem that you would go down the same path as those who have achieved. But they convince you to go and pay everything that you got and get in debt to get a college education. And once you got that college degree, you can't even find a job.
Bring it out!
And you sitting up here walking with your head held up high. Oh, my child going here. You ought to rethink your situation.
That's right.
Don't value the Bible. You need to value this Bible. What's wrong with our people? In a day and age where they still hanging us, still lynching us. And y'all walk around here like it's all good. You ought to want to stop and get some real knowledge. Sitting up here, can't even look me in my eye. Somebody got to want to wake up. Looking at me like I'm saying something disgusting. That's the same thing that they did to Jesus Christ. That's the reason why he was put to death. Because the same way you looking at him, the same way your ancestors was looking at him. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Read on.
And the weakness of God is stronger than men.
Said the weakness of God is stronger than men. You put such value on this so-called education that you're getting from these colleges. Read on.
Verse 26. For you see your calling, brethren, how that many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called.
Hold on, we're going to read that one more time. We're going to slow it down for them. Read that.
Here we go.
Go ahead.
For ye see your calling, brethren, how that many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called.
See, that's the thing that you got to understand. You're trying to make it to a certain plateau in life. a certain socioeconomic status. That is what you're concerned about. But you are no longer concerned. You are no longer concerned when it comes down to your salvation. You are no longer concerned. Yeah, you go and play church, but that's about all you do. You don't really care about salvation for your people. You don't care about salvation for your people no more. We ought to want to do right for our people. You get in a situation where you're making a little bit of money and you good. All of a sudden, all of the blacks and Latinos is struggling. They don't matter no more because you all right. What the hell is wrong with us? What is wrong with us? Because the Bible says it ain't going to be a whole lot of college educated folks that I'm going to call. He said when you look at Christ, Christ came straight up out of carpentry. He didn't go to anybody's college. He went out in the streets and got it in and got this word going. And he went and he picked men who are blue collar. Hey, you can mock if you want. You ought to be coming over here to get this education. Right. Bring your butt over here and come learn something.
Hold the mic at the bottom, Keith. Hold at the bottom, yeah.
Indeed. That's the problem. Everybody want to be clowns on social media. Hey. Put this on side. You want to be a Sambo. You want to be a fool. You ought to want to come over here and learn something. Because you ain't learning nothing going up in there. I bet you that.
That's right.
Crazy. Our people get a kick out of clowning. Quit being a damn clown for once. Read.
But God hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
I'm going to tell you one simple thing that confounds the so-called wise people of today. People that have degrees. Just ask them what their nationality is. If you got a bachelor's, a BA, or a BS, right? You got a question?
Yeah.
What's up?
Okay. Basically, okay, so in the Bible, it talks about...
Come on over here, I ain't gonna bite you. Come on. How you doing?
I'm good.
All right.
So, like, I hear you guys talking about, like, education and, like, how, you know, they're distracting us and stuff. But didn't Jesus basically, all he wanted his people to do was just love him?
What is love?
Believing in him, having faith.
Huh?
Believing in him, having faith.
You positive?
Yeah.
Okay, believing and having faith. What is believing in him?
But like, my thing is, like, how is the education on, you know, kind of like saying, oh, like, the education is, like, distracting us from believing.
I'm going to tell you like this. I know we at least got one brother over here, maybe a few brothers that are college educated. That's fine. For the most part, college hasn't taken anything away from them. They have careers according to their degrees. That's fine. But the problem is our people are in droves going to these these higher educational institutions to receive education that they're never going to get. That's the problem. Many of our people actually go to college and they don't know exactly what it is that they're trying to be in life. They don't know exactly how they're going to make them money or a living for the rest of their lives. But because they've been told over and over and over again, you got to go to college, they buy into it. And many of them become debt slaves because of that. See, the problem is, I don't have a problem with you knowing who you are and keeping these commandments and then going to college. I got a problem with all of these college folks who say they want to be educated, but they ain't got the time today to get the real education according to the Bible. The only relevant book that's out there. Everything else that's relevant coincides with what this book says. You want to talk about scholastically speaking, every historian, right? All the ones that mean anything to this world. Historians, archaeologists, scientists alike, they all confide in this particular book. They all subscribe to not only the teachings, but the actual historical evidence in this book.
That's right.
So it's crazy to me because they put out BS out there to our people. I hear people say it all the time. Well, I'm not really about religion because religion is man-made. Religion was put in place. They say the same thing that every other fool that's been taught the same thing in college or on the college scene says because somebody implanted that. My thing is, come over here and get real education. If you don't know who you are and you got a college degree, then you're behind. That's not what I'm saying. Let me ask you a question. Look around you. All right? Look right here in this area. How many people are up in that building? How many people are out here? How many are doing what you're doing right now? Listening, like standing here listening. How many people do you have out here besides us that are out here standing here and listening? Huh? Okay, I wonder why. That's what I'm talking about. It's not the college degree. But the truth is, even a person, I could bring a person who has a career, who has a college degree, and he can speak on the same accord that I'm speaking on. I'm not saying that there's an issue with a person getting a college degree. My problem is, don't think once you get the college degree, you're good. Like you don't need God anymore. The real God, not the fake stuff. What's up? No, go ahead, say shoot.
But I'm saying, like, when you said, oh, like, look how many people are not listening and stuff, maybe it's because, like, they don't believe in the same thing you guys believe in.
But here's the problem.
And I don't know the fact, I can't say, oh, you guys believe in something like that, and I don't know. But, like, based on what people put on you guys, because you guys are black Jews, right?
No, we're not black Jews.
Jews?
Jews are people of color, so to say black.
But that's what you guys titled.
No, that's what you probably seen on YouTube and heard people talk about.
No, because I have a cousin who passed away recently, and he became a black Jew.
Yeah,
I never knew.
You don't become a black Jew. Ash, where you at? Ash Napash. Yeah. Is that a black Jew? He a Jew. Is he a black Jew? Huh? No, it's not even a black thing.
No, it's just a Jew.
Huh?
It's just a Jew.
What does the word black even mean?
No, I'm asking, like, what are you?
Yeah, we're Jews.
Just Jews.
Yeah, just Jews. Okay. Now, but here's my thing, because I know you're trying to figure this thing out, right? This is my thing that I'll say to you. Go real quick, John 14 and 15. Because I can go into many different things, but this is really what you got to focus on right here. And then after that, I want Ecclesiastes chapter 12. You know what I want. Go ahead.
John chapter 14, verse 15. If ye love me.
Now this is the red writing. This is Christ speaking. All right? You focus? You listening? You a college student, right? Take notes. Mental notes, if nothing else. Read on.
If ye love me.
If you love me.
Keep my commandments.
You got to keep these commandments.
All right. So what's your nationality? Who? You smile, you laugh, and you're like, you got me. What is African American? Is it? You saying it like it's a question, like you don't know. Is it? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. You put your life on it? Yes. You bet all your money on it? Yes. That black is a nationality?
No, African American is nationality.
African American is a nationality. Now, all right, so that you can pinpoint a country within African America.
So I'm African?
Huh?
I'm African?
You asking me?
I'm African.
Oh, that's a default? Oh, you thought about it. That's 3 different continents, so you're going to choose one. You choose Africa. All right, what country from Africa are you from?
I don't know.
Okay, all right, so now, are we working? Thank you. That's the first thing that I done heard that I needed to hear. You don't know. All right, so now watch this. In order for you to be really educated, you got to know who you are first and foremost. If you don't know who you are, your nationality, the people that you descend from, then the education that they're giving you, it ain't worth nothing. Trust me. So I'm here to show you, at least guide you and start you from a starting point in showing you who you are according to the Bible. Now, does that interest you? All right, you took a minute. You got your eyes over there. You on the swivel, Chris Brown over there? Who you looking for?
I'm looking for my sister.
Looking for your sister? Tell her to come on over here. We ain't gonna bite her. Now watch this. You know what's so crazy about all of this? Our people are saying that they get an education. I asked the sister this earlier, and I'm gonna ask you the same thing. Be real with me. You gonna be real? You 100 or you a lie? You authentic or you a faker?
I'm authentic.
You authentic, okay. What do you care most about? Which one of these is most important to you? All right? Education or success? took you a minute. But you honest. Success. All right. So what is success to you?
Being happy.
Being happy. That's what this world taught you, right? So if a person, let me say hypothetically speaking, right? This man over here with the afro, right? Now watch this. If what makes him happy is going around slapping random females, would it be okay for him to continue to slap random females? Why? That's not right according to whose standards? He said they teach him that in the music that he listened to. Slap this one, slap that one. Why wouldn't it be okay? That's what makes him happy. So it's a little bit flawed what you're saying, right? You see what I'm getting to, right? So here's the thing. They teach you, the pursuit of happiness, that's what's most important. Well, I'm here to tell you that that's not what's most important. All right, you said success. How do you measure success? Socioeconomic status, more than likely, right? All right. You want to achieve and be able to live in a certain type of home, right? In a certain type of neighborhood, probably get married, have children, right? At some point, right? You want to have a certain amount in your bank account, right? Certain amount coming in, right? Drive a certain type of car, right? And that's what you call success. But do you believe in anything? What do you believe in? Oh, no, you can't go off there. What do you believe in? You believe in the Bible? How you believe in the Bible you ain't read it? Huh? You go to church, what they teach? They teach you a lot at church? Do they teach you how to serve God at church? Real quick question. All right, so why aren't you keeping the Sabbath today? Today is Saturday, the Sabbath day. And you speak a little Espanol? Sábado, which means Sabbath. This is the day of rest. It's the 7th day. You got to know that you're an Israelite. That's more important than that college expo. What I'm telling you, I'm going to let you go. But here's the thing. You're an Israelite. And it's nothing else that you're about to do that's more important than you knowing who you are. Knowing your nationality. You're going to get an education. That education is not going to do it. It's very limited. It will box you in without you knowing who you are. And the importance to coming back to the commandments of this Bible. And as far as the liberation of your people, you can't only be concerned about your own success, because your own success is more predicated upon what your nation does than what you could even imagine. Because right now, you feel like everything's good. But the moment they start holding you up at gunpoint and telling you that you're a prisoner in your own home, then all of a sudden the reality changes. You got to know who you are, sister. Stop calling yourself black and African American. And you definitely can't call yourself educated if you don't know who you are. Learn who you are, straight up. We got a website that has a whole lot of information on it. And we also have a place of learning that you can come and actually learn who you are. That's what you need. What's your name? Man, I hope you really come. I hope you don't just frolic off and you gone and being cute. I hope you really learn something. All right, you heard it from me. What's up with you, man? How you doing, man? Doing good. You look familiar like I know you. I probably do. What's good with you, man? You know who you are? You want to learn? All right. What's your nationality? Mexican and Native American. Okay, cool. All right. What were you before you were called a Mexican and a Native American? A what? A what? An Aztec. What were you before you were called an Aztec? Huh? You don't know? All right. You speak Spanish? A little bit? Okay. So now, let me show you something real quick. All right, bet. All right. You calling yourself a Mexican, a Native American, is very limited. All right? You have to know that you are of the stock of the people of this Bible. You are part of the greatest nation of people that ever existed and ever will exist. All right? All right? So let me show you some things real quick. I'm going to show you how your people got over here into the Americas. I don't have much time. Let's get it. Y'all know y'all Israelites, right? Kendrick said it. Y'all don't care no more? Kendrick Lamar said it. Real talk. You looked into it, though? All right, we Israelites, straight up. He said, don't call them black no more. Latinos and blacks, we the children of Israel. We the chosen people. You got it for me? All right, this your history right here. This is how your people got to the Americas. All right, you listening? Go ahead. You got it? Start at 40.
Second Ezra chapter 13 and verse 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoner out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Shalmaneser, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land.
That's how your people actually went into captivity first before they decided to come over here into the Americas. All right? Assyrian captivity. You got to do your research. You got to know who you are. Read on.
But they took this counsel among themselves.
They started thinking after they got out of the Assyrian captivity, because they went back into the land that was actually called the Northern Kingdom of Israel. All right? And what happened, you got to go into the history. In the history, other peoples of other nations were placed in those lands that they had lived in. So when they got out of captivity, they went to live back in their homes and found that there were other nations living where they once lived. So they said, you know what? Well, we know a land. We know a land. Solomon has gone over into this land where no one else is living. So they started thinking about it. They said, where can we go? Maybe we can go over there. Read on.
But they took this counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country.
So this was the further country that they decided to come to, the Americas. North and South America with Central America in between. They decided to come over here into the Americas. Your people, my people. Read on.
That they might to leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt.
Where never mankind dwelt. No one else was living there. Read on.
That they might there keep their statute, which they never kept in their own land.
They said, look, all of the things that we failed to do because they messed up a whole lot. They said, look, we're going to do it right when we come over here. Remember the indigenous people? You remember how they used to dress? Didn't they wear fringes at the bottoms of their garments? Why is it that they began to wear fringes? You Native American. Why is it that they began to wear fringes at the bottom of their garments? I'm going to show you. Hold that real quick. Give me that. Numbers 15:38. Start at 37. I'm going to show you why. Man, you're a part of the greatest nation of people and you ain't even know that. You need to come with us, man. I want to see you in one of these right here. I want you to come with us, seriously. I want you to come to where we at and start learning and start putting in this work. You going to do that for me? I'm going to continue to show you, and then after I get off, the next brother going to show you. Read on.
Numbers chapter 15, verse 37. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel.
That's our people, the children of Israel. Read.
And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garment.
That's why you see Native Americans and Mexicans, they had fringes on the bottoms of their garments because they were still keeping many of the laws of God. Yeah, they fell off on certain levels, but it was many of the laws and customs and holy days that they still kept. Even the thing that you call a tortilla, right? Do you know that that's biblical? Have you ever heard of unleavened bread? A tortilla is unleavened bread. Why is it that that's in our culture? Not only that, the fact that they make that bread out of corn, that's a biblical thing. Only peoples that I really know that make cornbread is so-called Latinos and so-called blacks. Read on.
To bid them to make them fringes in the border of their garment throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and to do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart.
See, because you got to start wearing these, because these are literally a reminder that we have to always clothe ourselves in the commandments. We got to keep the commandments, man. That's why I'm going to get you on, most high willing. I'm going to get you with brothers. You got to come to where we at. You got to start learning. You got to put on these fringes. Whatever you was doing out in the world, it's time to flip it. You're going to do it for the right side now. You're going to do it for the side of your nation. You're going to put on for the nation. Hopefully you're going to be speaking to all of the people that look like you and telling them who they are, that they got to come back to the God of this Bible. Straight up. Go to Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 33. I need to show you, because I look like a so-called black man, you look like a so-called Latino man, but we one nation of people, and I'm going to show you that. Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 33, read that.
Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah.
Judah and Israel, the southern and the northern kingdom. It's a lot of history behind it. A lot of blacks and Latinos, we still get into it today and don't even know that we got a history that extends the ages, because we were once one people and we're going to be one people again. Watch this, read on.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
We are oppressed together. The last time that we served in a captivity together was in Egypt. And that's why the Bible calls this place spiritual Egypt. Because here we are for our last captivity together. Together. And we're going to rise up together. Get me that. Give me that in Ezekiel chapter 37. Man, you witnessing a powerful thing, man. When blacks and Latinos and Native Americans and all of our Israelite brothers all across the earth stand up together, who can stop us? Nobody. It's too many of us. We're too strong. We knocking fools out. Straight up. Let me get that. Man, let me go ahead and draw it out. Go ahead until you stop me. Go ahead and read.
Ezekiel chapter 37 and verse 5. Thus saith the Lord God unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live.
He said you was dead. They call us the zombies. That's why they getting ready for a zombie apocalypse. They calling Latinos and blacks zombies. They call us the walking dead because we don't know who we are. We don't realize we're being oppressed. We don't realize that we're still in a state of captivity. He said, but y'all dead, y'all gonna start living again. He said, I'm gonna blow my breath back into you, the breath of life, the breath, that Holy Spirit, that spirit of knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and might. He said, I'm gonna make you great again. That's why Trump trying to say, America ain't gonna be great again. The hell with America. America's about to die. America's about to fall, and he knows it. This is their last. They got the what they call that, the defibrillator. They got it hooked up. What's that thing that they shock them with?
Yeah, defibrillator.
Who? They got the defibrillator on America's chest. This the last. They trying to shock her back. She ain't coming back to life. Babylon is getting ready to fall, and they know who's waking up. They know who's raising from the dead. We rising. Go ahead.
And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and breathe in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. Go ahead. So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and bones came together, bone to his bone.
He said, bone to his bone. I want to get straight to the point. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I need this. All right, give me a jump down. I love this. Verse 10, read that. Matter of fact, start at verse 9.
Verse 9. Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind.
In other words, when he say prophesy, he say teach to the wind. We teaching to the wind. It ain't nobody out here. It seems like ain't nobody out here listening. Like we just preaching to the wind, but guess what? We being pollinated. That wind is carrying these seeds and it's pollinating all over the place. Seeds are being planted in the minds of these young folks and these older folks alike. You might come 2 years from now and say, y'all was right. I found out we Israelites. Straight up. Go ahead.
Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind. Prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Lord God, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon them, breathe upon these slain, that they may live.
He said, we breathing everywhere. We all in every country now. We got folks in Africa. We got folks in Europe. We got folks in Australia. We got people in the Philippines. We got people everywhere you can think of as Israelites waking up. And we putting that word, that internet, pushing that word. And we waking up. Read on.
So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived.
Oh, we living again. This is what you see. Look at these men right here. Look at this right here. Ain't that lovely? Man, it feel good to stand in the hood. It feel good to stand out here. Men of God, soldiers. Man, it feel good. I know you love it. That's why you right here. You said, damn, I want to see what that is. I love it, man. I love it. Folks is willing to put their life on the line just so that they can wake our people up. It's time right now. Read that.
So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army.
See, we are army. We are army. You look like a soldier the way you standing right there. I'm trying to enlist you into this army. You belong here. I need you here. Watch this. Let's get it.
Then said he unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel.
He said they the whole house of Israel, meaning the northern and the southern kingdom. Not just blacks, because people are trying to throw you off and say, oh, the black Hebrew Israelites. That's white folks trying to throw you off your square. It ain't no black Hebrew Israelites. Don't exist. It's only the Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites, who are black, but not only black, who are definitely Latino, Hispanic, Native American. That's what they don't want you to know. We are the whole house of Israel, all of our people.